Swing at that tee a few times. Good. Good. Gary, on these drill swings, you were working on having the wrist crisscross on the follow through, and so that the left hand, the white glove, would be underneath the right hand, and you were doing this very well right there. Don't swing any hard. That's just kind of a little half swing. You're just kind of shape the hand release so the ball won't go very far.
Okay.
But what you're trying to do is see if you can't swing at a ball and have that happen. Okay. Or that small little swing. That's almost just a little wrist swing. Okay. Strong. That swish drill that we did last time. And I brought mine. That's the one I wanted to see. All right, we're going to take this swish stick and do that little drill.
Okay.
When you were doing this little here, this little waggle and crossing it, basically what you ended up doing with this hand is that you did a rehinge and you've got your thumb back up again when you were doing this. And now we're just going to focus it on the left hand where you're just rehinging and getting that here. Now if I were to reach and grip with the club, I've got that left hand underneath. I don't have this, I've got this.
Oh.
So the elbow stays close to the body here and doesn't get up here on us.
I see.
So you had a tendency to pull in and be like this. The back of this hand was cupping instead of turning. So
I don't follow you there. What do you mean cupping instead of turning?
This is called cupping the wrist.
Okay.
And that's not what we're doing. We're going to turn the wrist and rehinge. So we're going to come up here as opposed to this. We're going to be extended and be here. So we're not going to come through as if we're trying to pull the handle through. We're trying to throw the club head past our hand.
I see. Okay, I got you.
So you're trying to throw this past your hand. Yes, like that.
I've been doing like this.
Yeah, exactly. You're coming through, and this would be folding. You were letting the elbows separate instead of keeping them close together. You were letting them separate.
I see. Okay.
Good. We're going to get your club now. And think about your elbows staying close together and you whipping that through, making that swish sound for them. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you didn't even think too much. You just kind of let it happen. I went 15 yards further than the one before. That was more relaxed, which...
Yeah, it felt better too. It felt easier.
Yeah, because when you're relaxed, you have more speed. You're
That felt pretty good.
That was really good. That was really good. Like you're lining up, I was looking at, you're lined up basically right down the left edge of the fairway.
Oh, okay.
You're aimed almost right at the white flag.
Oh.
And so, and with your old ball flight, hitting to wanting to go right all the time, that would be a good way to play for that. But we're trying to change that ball flight so you're hitting them solid and straight or even a little draw. So which means you now allows you to aim a little bit more to the middle of the fairway. That's the ball. That's a golf shot right there. That wind's pushing at the end, but that's getting out there. It's in the fairway. And you're just killing it now. that as a setup change, because you don't have to worry about all this other stuff. If we can find the right ball position, you just had a bad ball position that you just could not get all the swing components assembled correctly at that moment. They could get assembled if it was a little bit later in the swing, but they just weren't happening where you had the ball teed. So by moving it forward, that gave your swing more time to get it all gathered and delivered to that spot. Good stuff. Really good. Gary, we made one small change and you started immediately hitting the drive better, and it was ball position. We're playing that ball off your left toe and you feel like your hands are behind the golf ball. And so that's what you need to reinforce when you go practice and you go play, is get that ball more to your left side so that you can swing up on it. Very good. Oh man, that is so pure.
You're right, even the bad shots are.
That's right, very playable.
Not better, yeah.
Those are so much better than 2 weeks ago.
Where were those yesterday?
You're just showing some really good control too. They're really, the line they're starting on is not, there's a really tight. The dispersion is very, very tight. Just one right after the other, Mr. Carbon Copy.